Hey guys, Chris with Cedar and Stone Creations here. Beautiful November day in northern Nebraska, and as you can see back here, just got a box in the mail from Dragon's Den Minerals. I'd seen a post on Reddit that they made about some dragon eggs that they mine and ordered up a box. So I figured why not do a cutting video. Let me flip this around here. It's a whole like large USPS flat rate box. I've got some water, so I figured we'll dig them out of here. Might pick our favorite to cut a couple slabs, maybe do a cab or a polished specimen at the end. So stay tuned. Let's do this. Quite a few big ones in here. Oh, that is a big boy. I'm gonna have to be careful how I put some of those in the saw, and then we have a few of these kind of medium-sized nodules. Feel a few smaller ones here, like so. When the box came, it was pretty beat up, and just to show what we're working with, I did take one thunderegg out of there, kind of a medium one, and cut it just so I could show you what we're looking for. These are thundereggs from Sucker Creek in Oregon, Eastern Oregon. Some water lines in there that you could see faintly. I'm not sure how well you could see that. Some agate banding and some really cool mossy features. So here's the end piece that I cut off, showing you some of that moss. And yeah, who knows? I'm gonna pick 5 or 6 here, and we'll cut them open and show you guys what we got. I put them in water so I could try to see some of the ridges and features in here, figure out which way to orient these guys in the saw. All right, so I kind of picked out 6 here of the more medium ones, one pretty big one back here. There's a lot of smaller ones in that box, and I can cut those on this trim saw at some point. And the reason that I wanted to get them wet, you can kind of see on this one, there's a window there, and you can see where there might be like a window into that chalcedony there. So that gives me an idea that I need to clamp this in the saw this way and kind of cut right down the middle to expose like the best features. Sometimes on thundereggs, and I don't have a good example out here, you'll see like ridges, little lines, and you can cut at the intersection of those and get some good features as well. So what is a thunderegg? Well, these always form in lava flows, and essentially you get a bubble as that lava is cooling, a void within the rock eventually. And over millions of years, silica-rich water runs through cracks and fills those voids with different minerals. And that's how you get a thunderegg. This one kind of has what I was talking about. So you can see there's like a vein of chalcedony or opal running that way. Another one here running that way. So where those intersect, that should be like my big face. And I can kind of see on this side here, like a big potential face as well. So on that one, I'm just gonna go right down the middle, try to hit where those lines intersect, kind of right where my thumb is there. And hopefully that's a pretty one. I think we'll start with this guy since he's a little more obvious and go from there. Got that lined up in the saw how I wanted. I kind of went for the most surface area that I could get, and you can see that window over there. There's the blade back there. Let's go ahead and cut this guy. I won't look at it till I show you guys. Just heard the cut piece fall off this first one. I'll snag it, put the 2 halves back together so I don't see it, dunk it in the water, and we'll take a look. All right, I was able to kind of pinch it together to avoid taking a look here. Oh, dude. Those water lines are amazing. Here's the cutoff piece. You can see some of that moss. Wow. That is stunning. Pretty cool. Alright, I think I'm going to do this guy next. It's kind of tricky because I think I see some signs on this side, and then there's a void there with what almost looks like some calcite in there. So I'm wondering if I should just cut it in half this way. Usually I like to get the biggest face possible, so I would go like right down the spine here. Ignore the nastiness on my fingers. That's another project I'm working on. But yeah, I'm not sure which way to cut this one. I got it wet to take another look, and I see a window there and some over there. So I think I am going to go the long way. I'm going to cut it right down the spine there and get the most surface area possible. Let's get her clamped in the saw. Got this guy clamped. It's like right at the top, so I'm a little worried about it staying. But start her up and alright, next one is done. Out of the saw here. It's kind of a, oh, there's like a hollow, so you have that pocket up there. You have like a druzy pocket, and then like this amber colored. And then on the other half, that window, the druzy kind of fills in. Dirty, I'll just have to clean it. And then that window gets bigger. Might be a candidate for cutting again later. Not a very big pocket in there for how big that rock is. I think this is my next one. And again, based on what I can see, there's some there. There's a window there. See that there. And then it kind of goes away over here. I'm kind of wondering if this is one egg and then the second one is like by my thumb here. But again, I'm going to kind of go down this, try to get the largest surface area possible right on the spine here. Alright, I've got that guy clamped into the saw. Kind of a risky clamp, but I can't move it very well, so I think we'll be alright. Go ahead and get it. Alright, I heard this one fall. Kind of see a little bit there. We'll see what we got. Oh, that cut piece is sweet. Water level banding there. A bunch of orange moss in the calcite. That is cool. Kind of a weird shape. This bottom one is almost over, and then you have like an egg here. Almost two more, and there's still quite a bit to go there. Very cool. Next, I think we're going to go with this guy. I sort of see some signs here. And on this end, I don't know how well the camera's going to pick that up. Those little pieces, little bubbles of calcite. I don't know. This one might be just right down the middle. We'll see. So since I didn't think I could cut the ridge on this one, I just kind of have it laid down in there sideways. Tighten up our vise here. Cut this guy. Alright guys, the next one came off the saw. First dud, not a whole lot in there. You can see those lines. That's kind of what I was seeing on the outside, I think. Maybe the start of a little pocket right there in the center. If I cut it again, see that there, but not as much going on in that guy. Kind of a dud. All right, next we're doing that big one where I was talking about the ridges in there. So I'm gonna try to line it up. Cut right there, kind of behind this visible face where those lines come together. And I have high hopes for this guy. Seems pretty sturdy. Fire her up here. Alright, I'm up against the blade there. Alright guys, so this last one just clunked open on the saw. You can kind of see there. Not near as much as I was thinking looking from the outside, but if you look at these, it kind of seems like I'm just getting into a bigger pocket there and up here, so I might actually cut that one again because it's pretty big. But I'll cut this last one open first and then we'll make a decision. Alright guys, ran out of time the other night on our Thundereggs here and had to head to work, and then the following day was Thanksgiving, so I've been tied up, but gonna finish this today. I think I picked out one more that we're gonna cut, and then we'll pick from those what we want to polish or potentially slab and make a couple cabs out of. So we flip this around here. This is the last Thunderegg we're gonna cut. Pretty obvious sign there. Just gonna go right down the middle and see what we get. I just heard this one fall in the saw. Wow. The water lines are amazing. Wow. That's a cool little bands, almost like eyes or something down here. I don't know how well that's going to show. See if we can zoom in here. That's awesome. Alright, so these are all of the eggs that we cut. Ignore those. I think I'm going to pick one to maybe slab a couple times for cabs later, and then I'll pick one to do like a polished specimen. I really want to slab this. Woo! It's because there's so much chalcedony in there, but I don't know if I should mess with it. So that could maybe be our like a polished specimen there. It's pretty big though. Just see if it'll fit on my. Just barely. We'll do that one as the specimen that will polish both halves. And I think I'm gonna slab this guy a couple times for cabs later. out of there at 180 grit. We'll keep going down polishing this. Guys, back inside, finished up. I figured I'd show you the pieces I decided on. So this is that whole thunderegg. I decided to face polish both halves. I only went up to about 1200 grit. With a surface this big, it's about the maximum I could do on my flat lap, but look how it turned out. Lots of cool mossy features and water lines in there. Nice pocket of agate banding kind of down in that corner. So yeah, there's that guy. This is that other thunderegg I decided to slab. You can see I've got about half that bigger side left. And I got one pretty thin one and one pretty thick one. So I'll show you, there's the remaining piece. Here's kind of the thicker slab. Turn these into a couple cabochons at some point here. Here's the thinner slab. Kind of broke at the top side, but that's okay. Our good like chalcedony and opal pocket is still intact. And here's the cutoff. So yeah, those are Sucker Creek Thundereggs from Oregon. That polished specimen you can find on our Etsy store now. Search Cedar and Stone 402 on Etsy, or I'll put a link down in the description below. Otherwise, watch out for our next video. I'll be cutting some obsidian. I've seen some posts about Obsidian Week next week, so we'll be doing that one tomorrow and uploading in a few days. But check that stuff out, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video.